Hey guys, Audrey Wise with Journey Realty Group, and today I want to give you a few tips about touring homes. I've got a couple of tips for your viewing homes online and then a few tips for viewing homes in person. So first, let me talk about the online viewing. Anytime you're looking through photos of a home, be sure to look through the windows in those photos. You can learn a lot about your neighbors, you can learn a lot about the house and the location just by looking through the windows. I think so often we're so engrossed by the home and what's the floor plan and is there a fireplace there? Oh, I'm not sure about that paint color. But in addition to all those things, I want you to look through the windows and pay attention to what's outside. Also, online tools that you should be using are Google Earth and Google Maps. With Google Earth, you can get a satellite view of the property as well as the neighborhood and the surrounding areas, and you can tell a lot about where it is and what it's close to. And then with Google Maps, you can actually plug in the address of the home you're looking at and plug in, say, your place of business or your kid's school or your favorite place to shop. And Google Maps is going to tell you how far of a drive that is, how long is it going to take you to get there. And I know for a lot of you, that's a very important thing. You need to be a certain amount of minutes away from your work. So I say use that and see, because you may think something is only 20 minutes away when in fact it's 45 minutes away, depending on where you're looking in these mountains of Western North Carolina. So use those tools in addition to looking through the windows in the pictures. As far as in-person viewings, the first thing I recommend that you do is drive by the homes that you think you want to see in person. Make sure you like the neighborhood, make sure you like the area that it's located in, and just kind of check it out. Check out the surroundings. Make sure that you like the outside of the home and the yard from the street, and see if you in fact really do want to go inside the home. That's going to save you a lot of time in the long run if you do those drive-bys. Then if you do want to see inside the home, I would recommend when you're there, again, personally look through the windows, especially if they have curtains pulled. Sometimes sellers will have curtains closed over windows, and it always makes me wonder what they're hiding, what's next door, what do they not want us to see? So I tell my buyers, go look through the windows, look through everything, and make sure you're okay with that. Also, I always tell them to look in the crawl space, look in the attic, look in the cabinets, just everywhere that there could be potential issues. You want to look very closely at those things. If you choose to go back for a second showing, I recommend going at maybe a different time of day, because you want to kind of check out those surroundings, maybe in high traffic times, see what the traffic is like in that neighborhood certain times a day, if that's important to you. You also want to, when you're outside in the yard, you want to listen. Now in our area, we do have an airport close by, and we have trains that come through, but the train doesn't go everywhere that it used to, but it certainly can be heard in certain areas. I personally love the sound of trains, but some people don't want to hear the train. So you just need to kind of check out that home more than once and at different times of day to see what you hear and what you see and what's going on. Another thing you can do is talk to the neighbors. And again, you'd have to do that on your own time, but if you love this house and you love the neighborhood and you really think you're going to make an offer on it, go knock on some doors and talk to the neighbors and say, hey, do you like it here? Do you like living here? What do you not like about living here? And do some research. Another thing I should say is when you're inside a home, always assume that somebody is watching or listening and recording everything you're saying. And if they are, it can and will be used against you. So be aware of that. Don't talk about anything financial inside somebody else's home, and don't even say how much you love it. If you love that house and you know you're going to make an offer on it, just don't say how much you love it until you're outside with your realtor, or even maybe back at the office, or definitely just outside. You'd probably be fine outside talking about it. But people these days just have all kinds of recording devices in their homes, and you just don't want to say anything that's going to come back and be able to be used against you in negotiating for any reason. So big tip there. All right, thanks so much for watching. I'll catch you next time. Have a great day.